Today on the channel, we're back at another figure collections unboxing, this time with Scotty 2 Hotty, aka Scotty Garland, and a double dose of Crush.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another figure collections retro wrestling unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Scotty 2 Hotty, and we got a double dose of Crush. But for all your figure collection needs, head over to Figure Collections. Use code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And that's exactly what I did, is I got all this new figure collection figures and the Epic toy figures over there using code Kyle to save myself 10%. And I did get these, and we did unbox all those other ones on the channel. This is kind of the last round of it, so make sure you check out those other videos on my YouTube channel and subscribe while you're at it. How about that? And how about we do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel? We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's dive into it, and let's start with Scotty Garland first. Scotty Garland just coming off an appearance on Ring of Honor with his son. Apparently his son is an independent wrestler right now, and they were just on Ring of Honor TV tagging up, so pretty cool to see that. I will say, though, it is cool to get Scotty 2 Hotty, and that's what I'm going to refer to him as. That's what I think of him as. But it does feel just less than, because we don't have Brian Christopher, we don't have Rikishi. Now, I could settle for Brian Christopher. Let's get too much and too cool. How about we get different versions? I'd be here for that. And then speaking of different versions, we'll talk about that here in a second, but really would love to have a Brian Lawler, Brian Christopher, and a Rikishi to go along with this one. That's all I'm trying to say. Long way to get there, of course. But of course, there is a variant edition of this. Of course, all these figures did get variant editions. So there is another one. I need to pick that one up. I need to pick up the extra Steph DeLander and Mance Warner. And there's a couple extra Mance Warners as well. So get the most out of your molds. We know how it goes at this point. Green cards on this one. Quite the fiery look there on old Scotty 2 Hotty. Got the jacket here, but no jacket on this. So I wish they had the jacket to match. Not going to happen there. Wrestling Something Wrestlers right there. Of course, the logo. Looking good. Bubble. Real nice and tight, of course. On the back, Scotty Garland. That is his real name. Got the cross sell for days over there. We've unboxed, I think, every single one of those figures on the channel. So check out those videos. Tail of the tape, blurbage. Let's see what it says about one Scotty Garland, height 5'9", weight 220 pounds, origin Westbrook, Maine. How about that? For over 3 decades, Scotty has proven to be too much. I see what you did there for the competition. Worming, see what you did there, his way to light heavyweight and tag team gold. How about that? How about that? So looking pretty good. And we do get extra hands, which we usually don't get in a lot of retros. Epic Toys, Barry Windham just recently had some extra hands. Steph DeLander Figure Collections had some extra hands as well. So I guess there's a precedent for it along the way. Can I get these hands out, though? There we go. Trying to keep it as nice as possible. Not always easy to do. See you later. Goodbye. All right. There you go. See you later. Goodbye. Let's dive into it. Let's start off with the extra hands here. So we do get the 2 open hands if you're getting ready to do the worm. That's great. But we also got options of 2 fisted hands. So choose your own hand adventure once again. Cool thing about this is you get the variant, the other version. You mix the hands up, make them feel as different as possible, as I always say as well. And we can do that with one Scotty Garland, Scotty 2 Hotty here. But let's dive into it. Let's start with the head sculpt here. That's wild. That hair up there through that hat. Looking crazy there. Looking wild. Then you got the white bucket hat going on. Looks like Scotty 2 Hotty. I've met him a couple of times over the years. Looks just like him in the face. So kudos to the sculpt on this one. You got the goatee, the 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Playing all those Scotty 2 Hotty hits right here. And then, of course, you're getting down to the arms here. Straighted arms on both these open hands here. The hands do twist, so you can move them around. You can mix and match, do whatever you want there. Not super tight in the hand. There is a little bit of gappage there. Now, as usual, your mileage may vary, but there is some gappage. It kind of sneaks out a little bit. White wrist tape, black elbow pads painted on this one. Bare top. Would have been cool to have the coat to match the packaging, as I did say. You do get the wild pants down here. It does say Scotty of course, and Scotty doesn't know, as we do know as well. He's got the red shoes, a friend of mine. And of course, we know what they say about red shoes, Todd McFarlane. We don't got to bring that up. It's not true in Scotty Too Hotty's case, and it's not true in my case. What? Okay, I won't speak for Scotty Too Hotty, but it's definitely not true in my case as far as the red shoes. That's for sure. It's been my patented look for years. I always wear red shoes, and now there's all kinds of hoopla around it. I hate it. Oh, what do you do? What do you do, though? But it does look good here. Now, articulation, arms all the way around, head back and forth, waist back and forth, and that is it. FC Toys LLC 2025 on the bottom. He does got a hole in his foot, so we're going to try the ringside stand. Oh, look at that, fitting on a ringside stand. You know I appreciate that. I think every figure should be able to fit on a stand of some kind, and old Scotty Too Hotty does. So not a bad one here. Scotty Too Hotty, a little bit of a deep cut, I would say, in the pantheon of action figures, especially wrestling figures. However, cool to get it. I'm here for guys getting figures. It's been a while since we've had a Scotty Too Hotty. Was his last figure the Mattel Elite once upon a time? But man, oh man, if we could just get a Brian Christopher to go with it, it would be too much, as one may say. But speaking of too much, is two too much? We know 8 is enough, of course, but is 2 too much on Crush? Now, of course, we got Crush coming back at us here. I'm here for Crush, a favorite of mine, and a guy of many different gimmicks over the years as well. And I guess we should go to the regular edition first, then we'll go to the variant edition second. But we'll go to the regular. We got an evil Crush here. Of course, you're always evil if you wear the black and purple and you throw some face paint on. Nothing speaks more evil than that, as we can see. Crush looking good. Got his autograph over to the side. Wrestling Something Wrestlers. Looking very, very nice. Series 3 here. On the back, you got the cross-sell going on. Of course, you do got the blurb. You got the tail of the tape. We'll read all that. A lot going on in the back of the package here. Brian Adams. No, not that Brian Adams. Let's see. Height 6'7", weight 315 pounds. Origin Kona, Hawaii. Shaka bra all day long. Trained by the legendary Antonio Inoue. And I never knew that, so learning something here. Adams crushed the competition from the islands to the Pacific Northwest, demolishing, I see what you did there, all challengers across the nation. How about that as well? Very, very cool, though. Very cool to get Crush figures. And we do know now he does have a Legends deal with the WWE. And we're going to have some Elites of him. So great to be a Crush fan in this 2025 right here. Can I get Crush off the card? Always a battle, always a fight, but we're getting it done. We're just trying to do it right. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that pull. See you later. Whoa. Hung tight, hooked the top of the camera. Dead-eye today. Dead-eye today. See you later. Goodbye. And now we got old Crush out of the package, and he's got that patented Mr. Perfect pose is what I think of with this one, and I'm here for that, of course. Starting with the head sculpt department, we got that face paint going there for old Crush, the black and silver attack. Got the goatee going on. We got that long flowing mullet. Man, oh man, that's a mullet you could set your watch to if there ever was one. Very stoic face on him as well, I will say. Singlet top with the purple, black, and white attack going on. Definitely an interesting color combination for him. You got some forearm bracers as well. And then you got the hands that turn here. He's got 2 fists of fury. So I guess theoretically you could replace some hands, mix and match some hands if you wanted to. You wanted to get these Scotty Too Hotty open hands and put them on here. Looks like you could do that. So you can mix and match some stuff if that is your thing. Articulation, arms all the way around for us. Waist articulation. Head, a little bit of really nothing there. That mullet blocks the articulation pretty good. Black knee pads, black boots. FC Toys 2025, of course, once again, he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. What do you know? How about that? Old Brian Adams Crush looking pretty darn good right here. But we're not done with Crush. We got to open this one too, and then we'll talk a little bit more about him. This is the variant edition, and maybe I missed this. Maybe I forgot about it. Maybe I never knew it existed, but I don't remember him wearing this outfit, but I want to assume he does. But we know what happens when you assume, Todd McFarlane. But it is a very easy repaint here. Of course, that's the name of the game. And every single figure in Series 3 did get repaint. So we'll try to get all those unboxed on the channel one day. We'll see what happens there. On the back, you got the cross-sell, and it does show the repaints up top. So the other versions of the figures there, which is pretty cool. I believe tail of the tape, everything's going to be the same. It is going to be the same. The only difference on the back, really, though, is the cross-sell of the different figures. So Scotty Too Hotty's got a little bit more plain orange. They got the blue bucket hat going on there. Manser's got a little bit of blood. Wouldn't have it any other way. And Steph DeLander's got the gold and black attack going on in her figure compared to the Princess Peach gear she had on the other one. But I'm going to get Crush out of the package, hopefully as clean as possible. We'll see. Kinda. See you later, goodbye. That didn't go very well. See you later, goodbye. And then we get Crush again, this time in the red, black, and gold attack. Obviously, same body, same everything, same articulation, same head sculpt, different paint scheme. You get black wrist tape on this one. That is different. And then, of course, you got the black boots, everything else. So basically the same figure repainted, as you guys know by now. We've seen that a million times in a million different toy companies, of course. Got to get the most out of your molds. But it is cool here. And, of course, a guy like Crush, we just don't get figures of very often until recently, or coming up recently. It is fun to get this going on here. So not a bad piece of Crush business. But we do got two other Crushes here. We got the original Hasbro Crushes. I guess I could have brought Demolition Crush out, but that's kind of a different lifetime. Even like these two, different lifetimes. But nice to get more Crushes in our collection here. Time for a Crush Top 5, I guess, at this point. Maybe we already did it on the channel. I don't think we've done it. Well, maybe we have. I don't know. It's hard to keep track. We've been doing top 10 and top 5s every single Thursday on the channel for about 5 years. We've covered a lot of ground, but sometimes guys need updated, and Crush would be one of those guys, especially when we start getting some Mattel figures of him. Have to update that. You got the Jakks Class Superstar series. Of course, you got Bone Crunchers back in the day. He's got a few figures to dive into, no doubt about it. But now we just need a chronic version of Crush to go with our Wrath Brian Clark figure. So hopefully that's in the works from one of these toy companies down the road sooner rather than later. But there it is. Scotty Garland, a.k.a. Scotty Too Hotty, and Crush ×2. What's your guys' thoughts on these figure collections? You picking any of these up? Need any of these in your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can also sign up to YouTube channel memberships if that is your thing as well. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. And of course, The Kyle Peterson Show, my weekly podcast each and every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. So for Crush and Scotty Too Hotty, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?